Hello, Stampin' friends. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lori Staley, Addicted Stamper with Stampin' Up! In the United States. Thanks so much for stopping by today for another Make It Monday. Whether you're returning or you're new to my channel, I'm so glad that we're going to have a few minutes here to stamp together. Before I get started, I just want to mention a couple of things. Tomorrow, the new catalog launches, and I'm so excited about this year's annual catalog. I'm sure you are too. There's so many amazing products in it that we're going to have the opportunity to play with. I also wanted to let you know that I have a presence on Facebook as well as my weekly YouTube video. I do 3 lives on my Facebook page. Tuesdays at 2, it's usually a tip or a technique. Thursdays is Coffee and Cards, where I demonstrate a couple amazing projects for you. And then Sunday is Come Stamp Along with me. And I send out the supplies needed earlier in the day so that you can decide whether you want to stamp with me that night or just come and hang out and watch us. So if you are interested in more of what you're going to see today, you can check my Facebook page out at Lori Staley Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Okay. All right, let's jump right into our project today, and it is a sneak peek with Flowers of Friendship. All of the ink colors are represented on this card, and I even have a little paper savings trick for you. So we're going to start with the card base, which is, of course, our new Pale Papaya. That's one of our brand new 21 to 23 ink colors, and it is so pretty. And we're going to work on the inside of the card first, okay? So I just have a regular piece of 4 by 5 1/4 Whisper White. Nope, it's basic white. I've been around for 17 years, and it's hard for us old dogs to learn new tricks, right? So I keep calling it Whisper White, and it's really basic white. All right, so we're going to use Evening Evergreen. This Happy Birthday comes from Peaceful Moments. It is a great greeting set. It has been around for a little while, but it has a lot of fabulous greetings in it, right? So you've got your happy birthday, your thank you, an inside birthday greeting, congratulations, thinking of you, with deepest sympathy. Just really, really fun, great greeting set. Then we are going to bring in our friendship, Flowers of Friendship. So this is a bundle, right? This is our stamp set, and then we have the coordinating punch. And I always like to show this upside down because I think it's a little better from the glare from the lights. So you have the 2 size flowers as well as 2 size leaves. They coordinate with those images. And that has a lot of great greetings in it as well. That has some thank yous in it and a lot of fun imagery there. So we are going to pull in some of our other in color inks now. Specifically Fresh Freesia, because we're going to make this cute little flower down here in the corner. And I'm going to grab my scrap of Fresh Freesia. Oh, I already have it. Look at that. I'm already ahead of the game. That's always awesome. So I like to look at my punch and make sure that I'm going to hold the stamp in the orientation that I want it to punch out. I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of these. Move that so it doesn't fly out of the punch upside down onto the ink pad, because, you know, that's how things go when you're doing a video. So we're going to punch that one, and I did stamp that one too close, so let me do one more here. Got to be conscious of that as well. And it really doesn't matter top or bottom when you're orienting this way. Like, the punch works with all 4 petals. So the orientation from that perspective isn't an issue. There we go. And you see all the scraps flying, right? Yes, this punch will create lots of scraps because it punches out a lot of images. So we're going to get that out of the way. Then we're going to come back in with some Evening Evergreen. Let me close this one before I accidentally lay my hand down in it, because I know we've never done that, right? Grab my little leaf. Now I am using the larger of the leaves here today, just because I like the look of that one better for this project. And again, we're going to make sure that when we flip this over, our orientation will be such that we can punch out the leaves correctly. You need a thin strip for this. It saves you lots and lots of scrap. And we're going to close this one up. Punch out those leaves. So if I come in this way, right, I'm going to be punching through all my imagery. So I'm going to come in from this side, and I'm going to switch hands here. Years ago, we sold these powder trays. I think we called them Powder Pals. And they were great for embossing and catching your excess powder. But they were also great for punches. I did a punch art class back in the day. And all these scraps that are flying everywhere right now on camera, if you put the large powder tray down, they all went in the powder tray. And then you could just pick that up and take it over to the trash can and get rid of your scraps. So if you are fortunate enough to still own those, keep that in mind when you're doing a lot of punching, especially with punches that punch multiple images, because you are always going to have scraps with this type of a punch, right? One more here, and then I think we'll have everything we need, because I did do a little bit of this ahead of time, just in the interest of time. So let's pull those out. I think we've got 5. That's what we want. Okay. All right, so we're going to take one of these, and we're just going to add some leaves to it. Tombow liquid glue is great for doing this as well. Sometimes Seal doesn't really like to play in the smaller areas, right? So sometimes Tombow liquid glue is your friend, but for me, it takes a little bit longer to dry, and in the interest of time, we're just going this way today, right? There we go. And then we'll put some on the back of that. See, that sticky sticks to your fingers, though. Put some Seal on the back of that, and we're going to pop this down here in our corner to add a little accent. Now, I did want to put pearls, like I did on the card front. I didn't want to put pearls on the inside because I didn't want the lump and bump in there that will put an impression on your card front. So I just use the dark Fresh Freesia blend to add the accent color on the inside of the flower. And now we're ready to mount this inside of our card. There we go. All right, now we're going to lay this one over here. We're going to bring in our beautiful frame. If you haven't seen those, let me show you. Those are from the Scalloped Contours. Look at all the frames. Aren't they beautiful? And they layer really nicely with our stitched rectangles. They also remind me of the So Sweetly frames. So I'm thinking, Stitch So Sweetly, so I'm thinking they may coordinate well together as an addition. You do have 2 images that are in the stamp set, and you have this beautiful scallop border. So I can see this is going to quickly become a favorite of mine. Truthfully, it already has, because as a demonstrator, we're able to pre-order the product, which is a fabulous benefit of being a demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And so I've been playing with those a lot through the pre-order. All right, so this greeting, I will show you this set in just a second. This is also a new product that is coming, and that is in Inspired Thoughts. So you can see that is another completely greeting set, right? So avid stampers love greeting sets and a whole stamp set of them because it gives us so many options. I also like the stamp sets that come with just a few greetings and a few images. Those are great for beginning stampers because you have everything you need in your stamped images to complete a card. These are the dies that coordinate with the Inspired Thoughts. Beautiful tree line, a grassy knoll, maybe some snow in the winter. These are your leaf dies that you'll be able to layer on top of the tree branches. That's going to be a really fun set. I can't wait. I love fall. It's my favorite time of the year. And truthfully, I can't wait to do fall trees with that bundle. I will be playing with it more than just in the fall, however, but that I think is going to be really, really pretty. So that is the new bundle, Inspired Thoughts, that will be available starting tomorrow. Okay, so we have that. Now I want to show you the paper saving trick, right? So we have this beautiful new In Color Designer Series paper. Again, that's our 21 to 23 design. Like, I just saw them. Where did they go? There they are. But most times when you see this, there's a layer of that DSP behind there. Everything behind those edges of that border is lost. So why not just have your pieces go right up to the border? So that's what I like to do. It saves me paper. Also, if I'm preparing for a big class of 20 or so, I know that I have to work sparingly with this because I need to get 20 pieces out of it. And typically in a pack of paper, you get 2 6x6s in this pattern. Now there's also additional patterns in there as well, but that doesn't go as far as a 12x12 would. So the way I make sure that this is straight, however, is to grab a pencil and a ruler. And I'm just going to come down probably about, let's go 1.5. What do you think? So we're going to go 1.5 from the fold line, and I just make a tick mark. All right? Do the same thing on the opposite side. This is going to help ensure that the top edge of my paper is even. And I don't even worry about the bottom edge when I'm doing it on the sides, because the straight edge of the side is going to be what I line up with, right? Just like that. So we're going to put those on first. And we'll do the other one. I'll tell you what, that seal is sticky. And that looks pretty good to me. So now if you do have any pencil marks showing, you just go back. White eraser is your friend, right? It will remove any stray pencil mark that was left on your cardstock. And then we can just bring this in. I love this. This one was a little lower than what I did here, so we're just going to drop that down just a little bit. Now we're ready to put our flowers and our accents on. So we have one fresh Freesia flower that we did when we were stamping together. Let's find our other pieces and see if I need any other images. So I have 2 pink, a large and a small, and I have an extra pale papaya that we won't need for this card, so we'll tuck that back in. Might need that leaf though. Let's get that out of there. Looks like I have 10, and I think that's what I need. So again, I will say that seal is not necessarily like to play in small spaces, right? But in the interest of not waiting for Tombow liquid glue to dry, I am going to put these together with the seal. And, whoops. So that's going to be our base, and that's going to go right there in the corner. Then we're going to do some layering, so we're going to add leaves to pretty much all the flowers. And you can decide how far off the border you want them to go. You may want to keep them tighter, and that's fine. You build your own flower bouquet the way you would like it to be. Uh-oh, I just dropped a leaf. Let's hope we don't need it. I did try to keep the white on the inside amongst the flowers as minimalized as I could. because I want those beautiful flowers to be the thing that stands out, right? And then we need one more, and that's going to be the one that ties our card base in. But this goes together pretty quickly. Again, the benefit of a punch, right? I love our dies. We have amazing dies, and I love playing with them. But sometimes it is nice to have the punches because they do tend to go together a little bit more quickly. Let's see, where did I put that one right there, I think, right? Yeah, that looks good. And then this is going to be the only one that we actually pop up. I think that looks good. So let's go ahead. I always like to lay them down first because even though you try to put something together the same way, it does change as you're working with it. So we're going to start in the corner with a fresh freesia. Okay. And then we're going to come in with the polished pink. Oh, see, the glue is doing its thing there and getting all stuck where you don't necessarily want it. And we'll put this one down. There we go. Like that. One little fresh freesia yet. So I did decide to use the pearls with this project. Those are one of the things, the basic pearls are one of those embellishments that tend to get ignored because I wanted a dimensional under that. I even said that. We tend to have so many beautiful embellishments that our pearls are overlooked. Well, that little thing is just sticking to everything. So I thought, well, you know what? It's time to give them some love. They have not gotten some love in quite a while. So let's put that just a little bit more turned. There we go. I like that. All right, so we're going to bring those in. And I can never find, there we go. Never find that little flap that comes over. And we're going to grab our Take Your Pick tool. I chose to use the larger pearls in the center of the larger flowers. I actually ended up using all 3 sizes on this project. Because then I moved, to the middle for our 2 smaller flowers. And then I still felt like it needed a scattering in the open space. So I came down with the little seed pearls. There we go. So there's our card. It uses all of the in colors, the polished pink, the fresh freesia, the pale papaya, the soft succulent, and the evening evergreen. And of course, our designer series paper, which is also in the new catalog and the new patterns, is in the evening evergreen. Hope you enjoyed that today. If you did, guys, please give me a thumbs up. If you're not already a subscriber, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so that you're notified every time I go live. Again, if you don't have a demonstrator in the US that you're working with, I'd love to help you on your stamping journey. Just reach out to me. And I will have all of the measurements, etc., posted in the video when it loads at the very bottom. So make sure you check that out there, along with links to my Facebook page, Pinterest, and my shop if you are in need of any Stampin' supplies. Have a great week, and I will see you next Monday for another Make It Monday. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.